So in today's video we're going to be talking about Flare Audio's calmers, and I'm going to go through the pros and cons, and then at the end of that I'm going to give you my own personal conclusion based off of me using them for just under a week. So let's get straight into the video. We'll go over the pros as well as the cons. So the calmers, and every single one I received, the minis, the nights and the standard ones, were all sent to me in cardboard packaging, which is recyclable and great for the environment. The calmers themselves are made of food grade silicone. They're washable and reusable, which means they're more hygienic and more environmentally friendly compared to the disposable earplugs that you may come across. But them being washable just means that they're another thing to think about and take care of. You'll have to clean them on a daily basis with warm soapy water and dry them off before using them again. Each pair of calmers comes with a soft mesh carry case so that you know where your calmers are and you don't lose them. But at the same time, the mesh case leaves fibers on the calmers, as you can see here. The calmers are also very well designed and easily fit into your ear. However, depending on your ear shape and size, they may slip out and you'll have to push them back in every now and then. They take the edge off of everyday sounds, but they don't provide an instant relief to sound. They're not earbuds. Wearing calmers gives you the ability to focus and pay more attention on processing visual stimuli. If you're not particularly sensitive to tactile touch and sensation, then you'll forget that the calmers are there. If you're super sensitive to tactile touch and sensation, then you'll notice that you're wearing them and constantly feel them in your ears. They're great for being out and about with sounds such as children screaming, loud talking, or background music. The calmers reduce high frequency that reach your ear and make the sounds duller. But high frequency sensitivity is what we as humans develop to survive. And for example, to be able to determine where objects are, such as passing cars. But they don't reduce lower frequencies below 1 kHz, which means that it won't reduce a lot in an environment with a lot of low frequencies, such as pubs, bars, industrial sites, busy city streets, and etc. In order to reduce those low frequencies, you would need a pair of earplugs that have the capability to reduce a full spectrum of frequencies. Lastly, they're an affordable and quick solution to noise sensitivity, and at the time of making this video in December 2021, they're actually £19.99 in the UK. So it's not going to break the bank if you just want to try them out and give them a go to see if they're for you. Now guys, I know that I'm not wearing my red t-shirt for the pro, but something that I just thought of is that they are hella portable. They're small and portable, and they're not like huge headphones that you gotta just wrap around your entire head and take along with you, especially if you're going on a trip. I would say they're amazing for their portability, but on the flip side, they are tiny and easily to lose, especially if you're the type of person that loses or easily misplaces things. And when I used the calmer minis, I was quite worried that I would drop them down the sink while washing them, or behind a piece of furniture, behind the radiator, something like that. That was always on my mind. I was like, oh my god, they're so tiny, I don't want to lose them. That's all I was thinking. And even with the standard calmers and the calmer nights, I had the same kind of thought at the back of my mind. So yeah, we have covered the pros and the cons, and now I'm going to give you my conclusion and my own personal thoughts. But of course, please always make up your own mind and don't let anyone, not even me, sway you from buying a product if you really want to try it out. So what is my overall conclusion? Overall, it's a great product for those of you with sound sensitivity and or misophonia. I think it's also a great product for some of you who are on the autism spectrum too, especially if you're hypersensitive to sound and everyday sounds bother you on a daily basis. So if they work for you, that's fabulous. However, personally, I don't think they're for me. I'm not comfortable with the idea that wearing calmers changes the way my brain processes sound. For me to incorporate a product like this into my life, it'd have to be something that protects my ears rather than changes the way sound enters my ears. Standard earplugs don't change the way sound enters my ears. They just limit sound exposure, which would then allow my brain to adjust to the sounds as needed, while still having a sense of where high frequency sounds are coming from. To be able to have a sense of where sounds are coming from is important when you're out and about and need to stay alert and pay attention to potential dangers of everyday life. I liken wearing calmers to wearing a face mask or face covering. When I put a face mask on, my peripheral vision can't handle it. I lose my spatial awareness, which causes me to trip up over things or lose balance easily. After wearing the calmers for a few hours, it almost feels as if reality has slowed down. I can't hear what people are saying properly, and reality has a weird, drunk feeling to it. The most beneficial time to wear calmers in my experience was when I was taking a long train journey, because I was sitting down stationary and didn't need to do or think about anything else. I definitely wouldn't wear calmers when walking down the busy streets of London or going shopping. Like I said, I'd rather be aware of all the sounds around me and be able to adjust to them, which can be done with mindfulness, standard earplugs or headphones. In conclusion, I'm a firm believer in working with what you've got. So if I can use exposure therapy or mindfulness to lessen my sensitivity to sound, or even listen to music to distract myself, then I'd rather do that than feel like I have to rely on an external product. Furthermore, I found that the calmers would slip out of my ears every now and then due to airwax making things slippery. Even after giving my ears a good clean, the calmers tend to slip out and I'd have to gently push them back in again. I don't want to feel like there's something inside my ears or like I have to constantly adjust calmers throughout my day. For me, the cons outweigh the pros, so calmers aren't something I'd purchase in the future. But as with everything, don't let this review sway you. If the pros sound like they'd outweigh the cons for you, there's no harm in trying out a pair of calmers to see how and if they work for you.